Hi, this is Shirley from Whispering Zen Hypnotherapy and Wellness, and I'd like to welcome you to today's mindfulness. So we're going to start out today with just some nice deep breathing. And remember, always breathe from your chest all the way down from your chest down. You want to fill up that stomach. In through your nose, out through your mouth. And you're going to try to breathe in 4, maybe hold it for 4, and then breathe out 7 to 10 if you can. Everybody's a little bit different, so we want to make sure that you're not hyperventilating. The whole idea is for you to fill up those lungs and slowly release it. Because what that'll do is, by doing that, that slows your heart down. And after about 5 times of doing that, your whole body has reset, which is wonderful. And that's what we're trying to do. It's just reset our bodies. Reset. Reset and relax. And I hope you're all in a nice, comfortable place in your house or wherever it is that you get to do this. We want you to have as much quiet as you can. That's always very important. And to be comfortable. This is your time. This is your time. And since it is your time, what I want you to do is make sure that the door's shut. Make sure that nobody can come in. Okay? Perfect. Reset and relax. And now we're going to do that body scan that I love to do. Because if we can get rid of anything that's left over, any kinks, any little pains, any distresses, let's get through that and see see how that goes. The most important thing is to feel it throughout your body and to give yourself permission to let go. Just give yourself permission to let go, and that's all you need. So let's close your eyes if you need to. I love to close my eyes when I do this. It just helps me concentrate a little bit better. For you, it's up to you what you decide to do. So you'll probably see me close my eyes, which is fine. Like I said, it's one of those things that I feel really comfortable doing. Now picture, pretend, or imagine above your head there is a beautiful, beautiful glowing light. And it's just spinning and vibrating. And it doesn't matter what color it is. That color is up to you. Just make sure it's a beautiful, calming color for you. Mine tends to be gold, but whatever color you need it to be. And as we pass this orb through our body, let it take anything that's been holding you back. Any aches, any pains, any recollections, any memories, any doubts, whatever it is that you're holding on to, give yourself permission to just let it go. So here we go. Deep breath. And now we're going to follow it over your head. Relax those eyes, cheeks, your jaw, your neck, shoulders, and just let everything go. Just relax as it goes through, because it's just scooping up everything that you just don't need anymore. Your chest. Feel how your breathing and your heartbeat are becoming one. And the more they can do that, the better. And follow that orb down to your hips. And your hips and lower back hold so much pressure, so much distress. Just let it just release everything. Your calves and your knees. Now your ankles, bottom of your feet. And if you've got any little neuropathy, any pains, any, this is the time to just go, I give myself permission. I give myself permission to let this go. And when you feel that that orb has done everything that it needs to do and grasped everything that it needs, I want you to just shoot that orb right through your toes and out into the atmosphere. Perfect. Let's breathe a little more. Today I'm going to take you on a little journey to one of my favorite places. And, like every other journey, you'll make it yours. What your brain does and how that's how it's supposed to be. Okay? So close your eyes if you want to. Keep them open if you want to. Like I said, all of that is strictly up to you. But, like I said, I love to close my eyes, which looks a little strange on video, I'm sure. But, it's important that while you're doing this, I'm doing this. That way we have this wonderful symbiotic relationship kind of. And I want you to know that this is what I do. So I'm not asking you to do anything that I wouldn't do. And that's really important because this is a safe place. It's a wonderful, wonderful, safe place. So breathe in. And now I want you to picture, pretend, or imagine that you're just walking and floating. And the more you breathe, and the more you relax, you'll be able to get that wonderful floating feeling. We're not going to hypnosis, we're just floating. Because isn't that great when you can just breathe yourself into floating? And as we're floating and you're looking down on the world, and you're noticing that although we are in quarantine, see how the world looks. See how much bluer the skies are, and blue and green the water is. Notice all the flowers that have bloomed because nobody's trampling through them. This is our reset. And I love that we're using it wisely. So as you're floating up the West Coast, well, I'm floating up the West Coast, all the way up to Washington, but not quite to Canada. I want you to go out to the edge, just the edge of the continent, just that little tip right up there, which is actually the northernmost tip of the United States. And we can kind of sit there on the edge and look out. Look out at the endless water. And if you look hard, you can probably see some boats. There's usually a lot of fishing boats. See the birds fly by. See the waves crash in. And you're looking at that water, that beautiful, beautiful bluish green water. And know that you're hanging off the edge of the world. And as we kind of look around, you know, we see the trees, the beautiful old growth trees. They're huge, and they have been around for millions of years. These trees have been here, in some cases, longer than humans. In doing that, we need to respect them, for they are part of the world. And those trees keep us grounded. To look up at a gigantic tree that you can't even get your arms even a quarter of around. Kind of put yourself in perspective. And we're kind of floating over that area. And we see the wildlife. There's some deer, maybe some elk. And they're doing their thing while we're doing ours. When nature's doing, you know, what nature does, that is how it works. We don't bother them, they won't bother us. And now I want you to kind of float back over to that edge. And there's a chair there now. And we don't know how it got there, but we don't ask. We just don't. And we sit in that wonderful, wonderful, comfortable chair. And we just look out. We look out and watch those waves come in. The clouds slowly go by. And we're not worried because we know that we are perfectly safe up here. Wonderfully safe up here. But it gives us a chance to just look out into the distance. Look out at all that vastness. And feel the calm of the water and the calm of the waves. See if maybe you can focus on one of those boats out there. Or maybe as you look out, you might see a pod of whales go by. In that area, it's been known that, you know, pods of whales are going up for mating, or maybe coming back down after breeding season. And they'll be in a pod with the adults surrounding the babies to protect them, just as we do with our families. We hold them in our arms and protect them. And I want you to look to your left and see if you notice anything different. And if you can look down, what's down there? Are there people down there? Probably shouldn't be. Are there animals walking on the beach? Very well could happen. And look to the right. See if there's anything new over there. Any new clouds coming in. And you can either stay in the chair or you can decide to jump up and catch a ride on a cloud. This is all up to you. This is the beauty that comes from within us. And some days we aren't trying to change the world. We're just taking 5 minutes to train ourselves and do what we need to do and love how we need to love. This is a time of peace and relaxation. This is a time of looking out past what you can see with your eyes and go out and see what you can with your mind. And the sun is just perfect. And it rays down just enough heat to keep us comfortable. It's not super bright outside, but it is so comfortable. And we now know that we can use this as one of our sacred places. That we believe that at any point, know that this is another one of your places. Places that you can come to when you just need a few minutes to yourself. Remember, the easiest way to get to one of your sacred places is to just get comfortable and take those long, deep breaths, at least 5. Breathing in for 4, hold for 4, and breathe out for 7 to 10. If you need to start out breathing out to only 4 or 5, that's fine. We all start from somewhere. Doing this isn't right or wrong. There's no right or wrong way to do it. Just because I do it one way doesn't mean that you have to. These are my suggestions for you. I give you what I know. And as you're doing your breathing, you know that all you have to do is just close your eyes. And tell yourself where you wish to go. And I know your subconscious can find it. I know that. And that's what's so important. But right now, we're just sitting over the cliffs in our secure and comfortable chair, knowing that the smell of the sea air and the heat from the sun, maybe the smell of the trees or some flowers that you might see close by. And we know that in this moment, we are just borrowing this time and space. And this is not wasted time. This is your time. This is your time. And there is nothing wrong with 5 to 10 minutes of you. So when you're ready, just float back down and take a great big look around. And make sure that your mind's eye and your subconscious takes perfect pictures of this place. Because if you ever decide to come back, know that of course it will always be here. And then slowly come back down. And when you're ready, but only when you're ready, you can relax back down in your chair at home, knowing that you have relaxed your body, relaxed your system, your muscles, and you're ready to go out there and do what you need to for the day. If you need to, take a little break during the day, go find a safe place for you, a quiet place, even if it's in your car. Quiet, safe, wonderful place. And just do these little exercises, and they will help you so much to make it through this. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day. This is your Hypno Fairy Godmother, Shirley, from Whispering Zen Hypnotherapy and Wellness. I'd also like to thank Rebecca from Organically Be Your Best Spa, who's also helping me promote these. And so have a beautiful, wonderful day, and I will hopefully see you next week.